The hogs would do the rest. The disturbing words on the stand today in Bowling Green, Kentucky. A description overheard about the possible fate of Crystal Rogers that all of Bardstown has speculated about for 10 years now. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us on the WHAS11 night team. I'm Doug Proffitt. It was a day of headline-making testimony in her murder trial in the second week now. Several witnesses giving testimony, some so graphic that members of the Rogers family had to leave the courtroom. Something speculated about for years, a former Brooks Houck employee claiming he overheard Joseph Lossing saying he would pull out her teeth and let the hogs do the rest. Also today, evidence showing a hair found in the trunk of Nick Houck's police cruiser is similar to Crystal's hair. And there was a lot of testimony today on a white Buick reportedly seen near Crystal's car on Bluegrass Parkway and again on the Houck family farm. Nick Houck and their grandmother had white Buicks at the time. Part of our team coverage from Alexandra Goldberg tonight as she goes into detail about the holes now in the defense of Brooks Houck.
Disturbing details. One witness on Monday testifying on just that, leaving the courtroom filled with high emotion. Former employee of Brooks Houck, Charlie Girdley, saying something all of Bardstown has speculated for about 10 years. Girdley says in a conversation with Joseph Lawson on July 3rd, 2015, Lawson said, quote, he would pull her teeth and the hogs would do the rest. Crystal Rogers' family brought to tears over the statement, seen later right here leaving the courtroom during a break. Girdley says a few weeks later at the Houck family farm, Rosemary Houck, mother of Brooks Houck, told Girdley, quote, they would have been better off if she was gone long before she was. While prosecutors are calling Rosemary an unindicted co-conspirator, the defense is calling Girdley unreliable, bringing up his criminal past and drug usage, and saying his story has changed 6 times over the years. But jurors also heard from testimony that other Houck relatives might have also played a role in Rogers' disappearance. 2 raccoon hunters taking the stand, saying they were having a raccoon hunting competition on Pascal Ballard Road, nearby the Houck family farm the night of July 3rd. Down a logging trail, they saw a white Buick parked around a curve. Detective Jamie Brooks with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office in Louisville testified they pursued that lead after seeing a Facebook post shared from Tommy Ballard, Rogers' father, in April of 2016. Ballard was later mysteriously shot and killed. Detective Brooks says investigators spoke with Anna Whitesides, Houck's grandmother, on May 4th because she owned a white Buick. Detective Brooks said, quote, when we got there, the white Buick was sold. Testifying, Whiteside sold the car just days before, but investigators seized the car from a dealership to look for evidence. They found several hairs in the trunk. One hair had similar properties to strands found on Rogers' hairbrush. But in cross-examination, the defense confirmed that that strand came back from FBI testing with no DNA profile. Another Houck relative brought up in the courtroom, but this time she takes the witness stand. Brooks' aunt Frances Holt saying Whitesides had a very close relationship with Nick Houck, Brooks' brother. She said Whitesides wasn't close to any other family members, and Nick would have Whitesides' spare keys. The night of July 3rd, the date Rogers was last seen, Holt testifies when they tried to get a spare key from Nick, he didn't answer his phone nor his front door. Jurors faced with a circumstantial case, tasked with connecting the dots. In Bowling Green, Alexandra Goldberg, WHAS 11 on your side.
Again, that hair found in the white Buick, as we heard us report there, not Nick Houck's police cruiser. Now let's talk about Charlie Girdley, the former employee of Brooks Houck, who was on the stand today telling that gruesome hearsay from Joseph Lawson. WHAS 11 News legal analyst attorney Nick Mudd, who's also a former local prosecutor, told me tonight this testimony could work both ways.
If it were true, it's upsetting, it's disturbing, it's sickening, and certainly it's something that's going to stick in the jury's mind regardless. And it gives an explanation of why Crystal's body was never found. This guy has no credibility. He's told 6 different stories. Steve Shoring ripped him apart, and then Robert Boyd got up there and put up all 6 stories and showed he was a complete and utter liar.
Mudd today said this was one of the most compelling days of testimony so far because it brought in many new figures that we have not yet heard about. By the way, our brand new 30-minute special going in depth into today's stunning testimony is coming on again for you in just a few minutes. It airs on the free WHAS11 Plus app after this newscast ends. WHAS11 News legal analyst Nick Mudd will join me along with Shay McAllister and Alexandra Goldberg, our reporters with 2 assigned seats in that courtroom. To watch it, download the free WHAS11 Plus app on your TV and then watch for free. One thing that isn't letting up even at this late hour is the humidity. Chief Meteorologist Mallory Schnell is joining me on the night team, looking ahead at what we're going to face in the morning. And Mallory, you say we might hear the little rumble of thunder here in the next few hours overnight.
Yes, that's right. We do have a cluster of storms just off to our west. That's going to move in with a cold front later on tonight. And as you mentioned, Doug, we've been feeling that humidity not only today, the last several days. This has been the pattern that we've been stuck in. I mean, just take a look at these 70s. Those are your dew points right now. And you can tell on the legend that is tropical humidity that we do have in Kentuckiana. So that's why when we've had showers and storms the last several days, they've brought heavy downpours. And this is what I was mentioning about the cold front that's off to our west, bringing a cluster of storms right around the Illinois-Indiana line with heavy rainfall and frequent lightning. And we can expect some of those storms to move into southern Indiana over the next few hours here by 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Roads may be wet for your morning commute. You might be using the windshield wipers as well early on. Otherwise, this all gets pushed down to our south and southeast throughout the course of the day tomorrow as that front swings through the region. Now, behind that front, we're finally talking about a drop in that humidity, looking like dry, sunny, hot conditions for your 4th of July. We'll take a full look at our 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit, Doug.
Mallory, thank you. More of our top stories on the night team. We learned from Metro Louisville police today that another young girl is being charged in a Louisville shooting after being arrested. On Friday, May 30th, LMPD reported to a shooting at 15th and Chestnut Streets in West Louisville. 2 juveniles were hit in the gunfire, but they survived. Last Friday, a 13-year-old girl was arrested and charged with 2 counts of assault. And today, Metro Police said a 12-year-old girl turned herself into police. She's now also charged with 2 counts of assault. Metro Police saying that their investigation is still ongoing. We also learned late tonight from Metro Police about another arrest tonight in a shooting near U of L's campus. A man died and a woman was hurt in a shooting on University Boulevard near the U of L campus at the beginning of May. Dakota Compton was arrested tonight, according to LMPD. He was served the arrest warrant today while in a court hearing. Compton is now the 2nd person arrested in this deadly shooting. Brendan Spencer was arrested just last Friday. Firefighters are investigating after a huge blaze in Eminence, Kentucky. You see here recorded on cell phone video. This is Henry County, and tonight the Henry County Judge Executive posting on their Facebook page just 2 hours ago that they took a hard hit with the loss of 2 prominent family-owned businesses in this fire, Johnson's Flooring and Gigi's Salon. They thanked people who brought everybody food, water, and drinks during the fire and wet towels for the first responders. The Lake Jericho Fire and Rescue Department tells WHAS11 News that the fire happened at the Johnson and Company flooring on South Main Street. It's unclear what caused the fire. Henry County government did not report any injuries, but is also asking for support for the family businesses. New tonight, imagine standing in line in this heat for 3 hours to get something you really need badly, your driver's license, and then being told out of the blue, sorry, come back tomorrow. Well, you would be hot, and that's what we discovered today at the Bowman Field driver's license location. It's the latest issue following months of long and frustrating lines. WHAS 11 Night Team's Alex Dieter and photojournalist Emma Gefter were actually there when that announcement was made to people in line and heard from upset people who now have to come back tomorrow.
A line of people, some standing outside for 3 hours or more, turned away suddenly from the Bowman Field Regional Licensing Office.
I took the whole day off today just to do this.
We were told less than an hour before the branch closed, the system went down. The people waiting outside were told to come back tomorrow.
To me, it was actually horrible.
The announcement was made the same time Calvin Brent got a text telling him to go to window 12 for his appointment.
When I got here, checked in, I was number 30.
An appointment he waited 3 hours for.
It started counting down real fast. Then they told me that the system was down, so I got to come back tomorrow.
Brent was waiting to get his commercial driver's license renewed for his trucking job, which he'll be back in line for tomorrow.
My license is expiring on Wednesday, so If they have a problem tomorrow, then I can't go to work because my license is going to be expired.
This is the latest problem at the licensing branch. The long lines at Bowman Field started in January. KYTC blamed the backup on the winter storm. The lines stayed lengthy into March, packed with people waiting for their real IDs, and added 15-year-olds to the mix in May when state law changed the permit age from 16 to 15, and now in June.
I mean, we've definitely been hearing that people have had trouble getting driver's licenses, the slots are filled up.
District 8 Metro Councilman Ben Reno Weber seeing the toll it's taking on part of his district.
We clearly need to figure out how to upgrade that system. I mean, it's not acceptable to have people, especially in this heat, outside, waiting in line, not able to make their appointments online. That's just not acceptable.
KYTC trying to alleviate the problem by opening each branch on one Saturday a month. But even with the added hours, long lines and uncertainties leave Louisvillians like Calvin Brent
They need to clean the system up. They need to do something better, a lot better than what they're doing.
planning for another day at the DMV. In Louisville, Alex Dieterer, the WHAS11 night team on your side.
By the way, we did contact Kentucky Transportation Cabinet on why the system suddenly went out today. We have not yet heard back as of news time. Louisville Metro ABC and the bar called 21st in Jeffersontown have now reached a settlement. ABC suspended sales at this bar earlier this month following violations of underage drinking and over-service. Under the settlement, 21st in Germantown will serve a 30-day closure period, permanently surrender its 4 a.m. license, and once it reopens, it'll operate no later than 2 a.m. now. The business also agreed to plead guilty to the violations and pay $10,000 worth of fines.